Take a look at that.
It's a snow day here in Sioux Falls, and woo. What am I doing? Well, I've got 1.5 pages left to create for the Champions, which is bonkers. And I don't know how to, express myself or what to feel because my goal is to get it done today. If I'm going to get it done today, why am I not doing it right now? I just ate a bunch of chicken and I'm about to get to work. Just kind of dealing with this weather thing because usually I'm in public, so it's a little weird to not be at a coffee shop when I potentially finish inking the 24 pages that I'm working on. That's crazy. So let's start here. Chad, you're my new patron. Thanks. It's freaking amazing. I never thought I would have this much support, and a few years ago when I started working on everything, it didn't feel as complete or possible as it does now. So that's just mind-boggling. It's almost an emotional experience having worked on all this month and everything that's culminated since the beginning of 2015 and how crazy life has been and moving around a lot and having some of you along for this ride the whole time. And here we are in February 2016. The book is almost ready to be hung. So I've got a lot going on. I've got a lot of pages to erase tonight. I'm going to try to scan as much as I can and get the rest of that done and get everything framed tomorrow. If you haven't heard, some of my frames came destroyed due to packaging issues with UPS, but Michaels, where I ordered them from, has been gracious enough to send replacements, and they're supposed to be tomorrow. Granted, the storm is pretty shitty outside, so we'll see if that turns out right. But it's humbling working on all of this and looking at each page even a few weeks or days later and knowing where my strengths are, where my weaknesses are, and the things that I want to work on as the next issue and the next project rolls out and as everything comes together. So I just kind of wanted to document today because I haven't done a video in a little while, and I know this is going to be long, but as I work on it, I'm going to update things and we'll see how things turn out. I like this window. I don't appreciate this window nearly enough as I should, and maybe I should put my drawing table in front of it. Right now it's in front of the TV because, I gotta watch TV or whatever. So, anywho, I'm gonna get back to work right now. It's about noon, so that gives me, about 10 hours to get a page and a half done, which is not nearly as long as I spent on most pages, but it's a lot of talking heads, so let's get it going. Let's get it done. Thank you all for everything. Your likes, your shares, your comments, your patronage is out of this world. So I'll see you in a little bit. We got page 23 done, so there's just one more to go, and I'm about to bust out the Bristol and the ruler and the pencil and get things going. Pardon that horrible noise. I've got my oven running, and if I don't run the fan, this whole place fills up like it's on fire, but it's not. So yeah, it feels freaking amazing to have one page left to go, but it's really nerve-wracking because I'm gonna itch my face. Wow. Sure, you're left-handed. Anyway, it's nerve-wracking because I've been doing talking heads, which is fine, but the rest of the comic has been fairly active, and now I need to make this last page pop, right? You gotta finish on a good note. You gotta make it mean something. And I think I do have a pretty good ending. And if you haven't heard, Travis Bentley and I have decided that we're going to, he's helped inspire me to add a 25th page, which you've already seen, and I'm not going to say much more about it other than there is a 25th page that'll be in the book. Hoo-wee! But I'm tired, and it's hard to keep going when I'm a little terrified that the last page isn't going to blow your mind. But it will, because why wouldn't it? So, it's about time to get cracking, and whenever that food is done, eat it, because I've been on a bizarre eating schedule. And to be perfectly frank, dieting has been horrible these last, 2 weeks, because I just want to eat everything because I don't sleep anymore. But it's worth it, because this has been one of the biggest challenges I've ever had, to make actual comic book. Not just something on the web, not just something that I don't care if you don't read it, but something where you're all following along, and I'm doing this thing, and it means a lot more than I can really express. So the fact that you're even looking at this is just outrageously tremendous. So thanks. I'll be back probably partway through penciling. So, woo! I finished penciling the last page. I finished penciling the last page. And frankly, I'm terrified to ink it. Because when I do, it's not only done, but it will look exactly how it will always look, even if it's not perfect. And that hasn't been the exercise to chase perfection. The exercise has been to make a book that's what I wanted it to be, and something I think you guys will like. Did I do that? I guess time's gonna tell, because when this is done, everything gets hung up this weekend, everything gets sent to Lacey for coloring, and I hit the trail on trying to get more retailers and preparing a Kickstarter so we can get this baby printed. We're making a book. We're really doing it. So I'll be back right after I ink this, but I want to say that when this is up, I'm going to do all this promotional work at Coffea, surrounded by this thing that I made, and I'm going to soak in it. And it's going to be, like I said earlier, pretty humbling, I think. It's going to give me a lot of perspective on the stuff that I do. So yeah, it's kind of emotionally heavy, because look at this. We did it. 24 pages. 25. I'll be back. I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's done. I did it. I did it. I made a comic book. I gotta tell everybody. Hold on. Okay. I just posted it on Patreon, so if you're a patron, go check it out. All 24 pages are available on Patreon. The whole first issue is done. My God, what a day. Ooh, before I get any further, hey Bill, thanks for improving your pledge. That's frickin' crazy. Thank you so much. You're our first champion tier patron. So, dude, you rock. I hope I can see you this weekend at the opening on Friday, because I can't thank you enough. It's been amazing having you around. It's been awesome watching you develop your own work, and you treat me like a teacher, and that's so, so cool. Thank you so much. So I woke up at 7, and I was like, oh God, I'm up late, but I rolled out of bed, and I knew there was supposed to be a blizzard today, and it looked fine outside, so I made my way to Coffea, where pretty much my entire career was born. And I started on page 23, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get it done. So I said, hey, you used to make these videos, told yourself accountable. Maybe it's time to do that again, just like you used to do. And when I got back to my apartment, after having to abandon my car in the parking ramp, because it's really not that great in the winter right now, so keeping it where it's not going to get covered in snow is really wonderful. Anywho, I walked back to the apartment, and I frustratedly made a video, because I didn't know if we were going to get it done. And I've been putting all this into one big video, because I wanted to have something to give you all at the end of today, to say, hey, we did it, it's done by today, or it's going to take one more. But it's not going to take one more. We did it. We made it. It got done today. Honestly, I wanted it done in January, but we pushed it a little bit, and we got it done. And tomorrow, I'm going to scan it. I've got an hour before bed tonight, so I'm going to relax, and it's going to feel great. Also picking up stickers tomorrow, and I'm not going to draw. I'm just going to edit. I'm going to put things in frames. It's going to be freaking awesome. I'm so excited, I can't explain it. But hey, thanks for hanging out with me. It's been a weird day. It's been a wild ride. We made a comic book. It's pretty pretty cool.